All right, man. So we are back here for another one. The last episode, I had the homie Chris Buford from my neighborhood. Guy I looked up to, legendary figure on the block, man. So please go check that one out and salute to Chris. But man, since we doing role models and cats I looked up to growing up, I got another one in the building, man. And the guy sent me his resume today. And y'all gonna have to give me a second, man. So I need to get everything in here. And bro, correct me if I'm wrong, or correct me if you need to add anything in here. So I'm gonna give you this title, bro. And those who know. Brown Deer YMCA legend. Played in a plethora of leagues in the city, man. Hoop it up. Warning to name a few. And you made it on the N1 tour.
Yes, sir.
Young kids don't know about N1. But hey, what's crazy? I seen you on TV with that.
Yeah, man.
But we gonna get into that, man. Por La Gente, did I pronounce that right?
Por La Gente.
Por La Gente, killed in that.
Killed in that.
College in the paint, killed in that. Was able to get workouts with NBA teams. Almost got on with the Grizzlies, the Clippers, the Raptors, the Hawks. Did well in his G League tryout. Unfortunately, the career was derailed from a knee injury. Man, when you jump out the gym, man, it happens sometimes, man. But then, man, my man was able to transition into ministry, became a family man, and his son is nice too, man. Currently a D1 prospect, and I'm looking forward to that. And we're going to tap into that too, man. But, man, without further ado, got the homie Juan Guerrero Hernandez Sr., man, in the building, man. Appreciate you, man. How you feeling?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I appreciate you for having me, man. You know, man, it's crazy when you asked me to come here. I was like, man, it's an honor. You know, I was watching, you know, I'm like, okay, I know a couple of people on there, but then I got the scene. I'm like, oh, yeah, I definitely go support you. You know, I like seeing people doing positive, constructive things. So I definitely want to come through and, you know, bless the pod, man.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
man.
Sir.
It was a no-brainer, bro, because, like, I think I don't know how I came across your page, but I'm like, that's Juan from back in the day, because I would tell, so John came and interviewed me, and I was telling him about cats, you know, from my childhood, and I'm like, Juan, he like, oh, Juan from Tatted Up What? I'm like, yeah, that's the same cat, man. I used to see him at the Y. And then I just came across your page, and I'm like, same guy. And I got to reminisce. I'm like, I got to have bro on the pod, man. So, man, we was able to make it happen. So with these interviews, bro, I like to start from the beginning. So I need it from the beginning, bro, from the start, man. Let us know where you from, bro.
Man, you know, man, honestly, man, you know, coming from you know, I'm from 15th and Center.
Okay.
But I stayed in Brown Deer too, so it's kind of like, you know, I grew up in the foster care system. So my foster mom lived in Brown Deer.
Okay.
But I spent majority of the time with my foster siblings on 15th and Center.
Okay.
So, you know, growing up there, growing up at LeVar Way, I kind of grew up playing a lot of hood basketball.
Yeah.
And then playing hood basketball, they had like teen NBA.
Yeah.
Like little leagues like that. Like what's the league? They used to little dribblers. It was something.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
They used to put the rims down like 8 feet. You know, never thought I was gonna be dunking. Shout out to my guy Kenny from Mary Ryan, man. He was young dude putting it down on the court. Little. And so, you know, just growing up, going to Boys and Girls Club, eat like Sarah, Peeper. A lot of people don't know about Peeper. Peeper like off 20th and Walnut over there. It's like in the trenches, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Growing up at Hillside, like growing up basically at all the Boys and Girls Club, you know, certain clubs growing up at, like, you had to get a kind of pass to go to them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So like, you know, my guys in Hillside, like, I'm probably like one of the only dudes that was from LeVar Way. They used to come there, didn't get jumped after, you know what I'm saying, like games, dances. So, you know, coming up from there, and then as I got between like the age of 16 and 17, I met these guys called the Wild Trays.
Yeah.
They're my guys, you know. Fitzsimmons Boys and Girls Club.
Shout out to Fitzsimmons, man.
Man. Grew up there, and it's like, you know, always wanted to be a part of something. So even though I was from 15th and Center, just growing up there, it was like a brotherhood. So I ended up playing in the Wild Trays.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Kel, like a lot of people know Kel. Kel was a hooper, but he kind of put Wild Trays on the map.
Right.
And after that, me getting with my kid's mom, which is my wife, I met her in West Lawn.
Okay.
So a lot of my family grew up in West Lawn from back in the day. We call them the bricks.
Yeah.
So them was all my boys. So growing up there, ended up claiming like West Lawn too. Like, you know, like people just took to me. I was a people person.
Yeah,
so
you
it's
spread out though.
Yeah,
all
man,
over the city.
All over the city.
Yeah.
So then going to the east, my uncle, his name was Arvin. That's how I met John.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They called him Dirty Red.
Yeah.
I played this guy named Jackie. So that's kind of like just going all over and then playing at that YMCA on Houghton and Burleigh.
Yeah.
You remember that Y?
Yeah.
Bro, I used to wreck that gym, bro. I'm telling you, bro. And then so just basically like me just going all over different neighborhoods. That's kind of like where I got to know a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
let me ask you, bro, how was it? Because you wasn't just in one spot. What did you take from each spot in terms of your game? Did each spot mold you, or you was just...
let me see. I'm gonna tell you what spot really molded me.
Yeah.
That was Peeper Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
Like, that was like my first time actually really playing like organized basketball that young.
Yeah.
But like, man, of course, LBC, LeVar Way, bro. Like,
Yeah.
That was the trenches, bro. It's like growing
Yeah.
up. I don't know if you too young to remember this, but when I was growing up, Rufus King High School used to practice at LeVar Way.
Yeah.
So they had a guy named Sam Williams that played in the NBA. His son went there.
Okay.
Had a dude named Squirt. My guy Squirt looked like AI was cold. So I used to just grow up like watching these guys play.
Yeah.
And then like just seeing it like me like 11, 12 playing against people that was 19 or 25 plus.
Yeah.
It built like that hardcore exterior.
Fearless. Yeah. I got you. So in terms of just the siblings, bro, how was it being the OG, just the oldest of everybody, bro? The first one.
Man, dude, you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
It's like I always had like a big brother inside of me. Like I just feel like I want to protect everybody.
Yeah.
So like, by me being the oldest brother but having a sister, sis, a couple years older than me, she grown doing her thing, dating, whatever. So
I didn't even know you. I didn't even know that, bro.
Yeah, bro. So so I got I got two sisters named Eva.
Yeah.
One named Eva Lynn, one named Eva Marie. The one from the Y, that's Eva Marie.
Okay.
So my older sister name was Eva.
Okay.
So like just, sis doing her thing, leaving me behind with them. Okay. I kind of, us being the only mixed kids on 15th and Center, like it taught me to be protective.
Yeah, for
You know what I mean? So it's like, it was almost like second nature. Like,
yeah.
That was just in me. So yeah, that's kind of how I got the protective instinct.
Yeah. And let me ask you one, because like I'm hearing your story in terms of how you played in all these different spots, bro. In terms of AAU at that time, was you getting any looks? Was anybody like, hey, bro, come over here, man, play on my team? Was that a thing? Because I'm like...
Bro, it's crazy you said that, bro, because I be having this debate with my son all the time. I said, boss, listen, you call. I give it, son, you call. But I'm like, son, if I had AAU, no. To answer your question, I did not play AAU. I did not know what that was.
Yeah.
I ran AAU track.
Yeah.
But basketball, I didn't find out about AAU basketball until I was 17, about to be 18, and I played with the Rebels in one little small tournament, but it was local.
Okay, you was already on your way out then.
Me and my guy Gerald, Sean, Q, all of us played in the at Fish Image.
Yeah.
Going bro.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother story. Bro. Yeah, no, I never played AAU, bro.
That's crazy. And it's like, bro, you think of like social media, AAU, trainers, all the stuff these young boys got today that just help push them to another level. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, if some of the cats, you, Dave, some of y'all was in that system, man, we might be watching y'all on TV, man. Something like that. You. Bro, so you gotta fill me in terms of middle school or high school. What was the moves for you?
So with middle school, man, it's crazy. Middle school, I went to Brown Deer.
Okay.
And I played. They had an A team, B team. Yeah. I made it to the A team, and basically, just like from me coming from a foster care system.
Yeah.
Like me experienced all the bad things I experienced in foster care. I hated school, but I love school because it got me out the foster care.
Yeah.
So basketball really was like another outlet for me, to express myself, just to get away from the crib.
Right.
And middle school, it was like I was so accustomed, and it's funny, my guy AZ. You had AZ
man,
on here.
Shout out to AZ, man. Shout out to Big Bro, man.
Yeah, bro. It's like everything I did, because like my foster mom was a pastor.
Oh, okay.
So we couldn't go spend the night at friends' houses.
She was strict with you.
Strict.
Yeah.
I didn't. Matter of fact, since you said AU, that's why I couldn't play AU because AU on weekends.
Yeah.
We had church on Sundays.
Yeah.
So if it was church, it was over.
You think somebody could have came to moms and been like, "How you doing, ma'am? Like I know you a pastor, but if you let us work with your son, so we can get him to the next level." You think moms would have considered that conversation?
I mean, I don't know, cause it was hard. Her just letting us go play, run track AAU.
Yeah.
So, but she did it. But
Yeah.
that was one thing. That was a one-time deal. But it's like, yeah, man, like it was strict, bro. We couldn't really do nothing, bro. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like I'm just trying to put all these ideas together because it was so bad. So a lot of people probably don't remember this. You remember Inside Stuff?
Yeah.
You remember after Inside Stuff went off, they had this show came after called Dazzling Dunks and Basketball.
Yeah,
Bloopers.
I remember that. Yeah.
So MJ, Dr. J, all the cold players on there. I just used to watch them, just study them. So one thing my mom did do was she did get me a court.
Okay.
But I didn't play against other people.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like where I became just a street ball player instead of the organized basketball player. So matter of fact, the Y that you talking about, 3rd, 4th grade, I played in that league, but I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was OC. I got the ball, I'm going to score.
Savage. Yeah.
So it's like, you seen it, like when I got the ball, like, and it's like nothing personal to nobody else. Like, if I thought you couldn't score, I'm not passing you the ball.
Yeah.
So it's like just growing up playing that type of basketball, bro. It's like it kind of handicapped me because I didn't really start playing organized basketball to the 7th grade.
Yeah.
And then like so on. Yeah, so it definitely was different. But back to AZ, he was telling me like, man, Juan, you cold. He said, but you play like one of them foreign players that don't understand English. So I was like, bro, what you mean? He was like, Juan, I'm telling you, go set a pick and roll or flip, something like that. You just looking at me crazy, just overlooking me, just keep playing. But that's all I knew. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to get the W. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, bro.
Yeah, man.
So you do your thing at Brown Deer. Now, in terms of high school, was you getting recruited at all? Did you have some schools in mind, or it was just like, man, I'm just go wherever?
Bro, it's crazy though. So back to piggyback off when I was in middle school, I caught my first case at 12. You know what I mean? So going into them next year, I was on papers for like 2 years. So that's another bridge that kind of kept me from not being able to learn how to play the basketball. Cause I was on what they call it, not house arrest, but I was on probation.
Yeah.
So I had to be home at 4:30 every day. Yeah, bro. So it was like everybody else out there doing them.
Yeah.
And it's like I just gotta watch. So when I got to high school, it was hard for me because, like I said, and I tell people this: when you a high, like collegiate basketball player, to me, they try to say basketball players dumb, but you got to be smart. It's really like you playing geometry because it's like you got to be able to get to point A to point B. You got to remember so many different plays.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try out for basketball. I'm gonna play my freshman year. I went to Mesmer.
Okay.
My freshman year I was at Mesmer.
Yeah.
And
was Hines the coach at Mesmer
or? No, Coach Connor.
Okay.
Coach Connor was the coach.
Yeah.
So I made it to the team. I tried out.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I didn't try out. I was go try out, and then my foster mom died.
Oh.
So that kind of like threw like a curveball in me mentally, trying to digest that. And at that time I was okay. Like I wasn't athletic. I just could dribble fast and shoot. I'm like, okay, cool. So I ended up leaving Mesmer 2001, transferring to Brown Deer.
Okay.
Now, shout out to my boy Milton Austin. I don't know if people know Milton. Milton Austin was a killer.
Yeah.
Played like Steve Francis.
Yeah.
Cole played with my boy Steve Novak.
Man,
shout out to Steve Novak too, man. Killer. And it's like me going there, I knew at that time I'm getting better. Because like I said, by that time, we at the Y.
Oh, yeah.
The summer, 10 in the morning to 10 at night, we get into it.
Was you dunking at that time? Yeah.
Nope.
That's crazy.
Bro, wasn't dunking, bro.
Yeah.
Wasn't dunking. So at that time, I think I'm like 16 almost. Yeah, 16 at that time.
Yeah.
So I'm in here watching these guys play. Wanted to play VAR so bad, but I just didn't. Like, and I tell people, when I went to the certain tryouts, the NBA tryouts, bro, they don't care how good you are.
Yeah.
You can't run an offense, a defense, or anything they tell you to do like this, you not playing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I know I'm colder than them.
Yeah.
You know, growing up seeing them, I'm looking at these dudes like, bro, they trash. Shout out to my boy Ben Haley. You know Ben Haley?
Yeah.
Ben Haley was nice. Freshman, played VAR, you know, picked him over me. You know, at that time I was like 5'8", sophomore year, 5'9" maybe. And just seeing that, I ended up playing JV.
Okay.
So I'm playing JV. I'm like, okay, I'm about to see what this cracked up to be. And, you know, at that time, I still kind of had like an ego too.
Yeah.
Like, cause I know playing against killers like the Boys and Girls Club and like different parks. I was like, dog, they way better than this.
Yeah.
Not understanding you got to be a team player. You got to play organized basketball.
Right.
So first time, like I said, missed those 2 years of school, not really knowing how the schematics of things go, like knowing how to set up on the court, zones, presses, run plays.
Yeah.
We had this play called a flex offense.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he's like, come on, Juan, we're about to run the flex. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm watching it, bro. I don't even know what I'm doing, bro. It's crazy.
That's tough.
So coaches and them, they looking at me, laughing at me, not knowing I never played really organized basketball.
Did you tell them that at all?
No,
like,
ego too big.
Okay,
I ain't that. So I'm watching that. The next thing you know, I'll never forget his name, Coach Derek Washington. He still work at Brown Deer actually.
Yeah.
You know, we had they got the little fall league or whatever. So fall league come. It's crazy because I used to try to be in the gym. I don't know why. I knew I was gonna be a dunker one day.
Yeah.
So the course, in my mind, the course looked at low. I used to try to dunk.
Yeah.
And then we try to run the flex offense.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, man, I ain't doing it yet. So we go there. I forgot where we played. I think we played at the school called St. Francis. You remember St. Francis?
Yeah.
Shout out to my brother T Huff. You know T Huff, Terrell Huff? Grew up playing with him, bro. That's big bro. And I see him playing. I'm like, bro, dude, cold all along. I'm trying to be like him.
Yeah.
We looked like he knew how to run an offense though.
Yeah.
Real point guard.
Yeah.
So I get out there. First play they run it. I can't remember where I was at. I think I was either on the wing. I was somewhere.
Yeah.
Called the play. I took off running before they even get the ball to him. Go get Juan. I'm like, bro.
Man, it make me like sad because it's like, bro, if somebody would have just pulled you to the side like, hey, Juan, 30 minutes before practice, we're going to sit down in this office. I'm going to run you through where you playing, what it is. And it's just unfortunate, man. But let me just ask you this, just on some real stuff. That street element, bro. How was you balancing trying to go to school, trying to hoop, but then you got outside too, man? So what was the balance for you?
The balance, let me see, that's a good question. So, see, like what you said, I never had that person to pull me to the side, like, Juan, you need to do this and do that.
Yeah.
So it's like, how I got into so much stuff in the streets was, like I said, my foster mom, we couldn't come off the porch.
Yeah.
Anything we did, we had to be on the porch. The street lights come on, you better be on the porch. I better be able to see.
Right. Old school.
Yeah. So it's like with that type of teaching, you know, I grew up like being one of them member of GD, running with the GDs, you know what I'm saying? Seeing everything they do, I picked up certain things.
Yeah.
Like seeing them sell drugs, I ended up hustling when I got older, you know, seeing people gamble, just seeing everything that I wasn't supposed to see that they try to keep me from. But I still was interested. Yeah. And I feel like that's what's wrong with a lot of kids now. Like I tell my son, like I work with youth. Yeah. So I tell them like, bro, like when you out here trying to do something positive, it's hard to pick that lane. Cause just like right now, if you grew up with me and I'm out here, maybe I started drinking early. Yeah. Because my foster mom died. I had my first drink at 14. Yeah. Now you get with me, we go to a party. You might, because you looking up to him, you was like, oh, Juan, cool. I see him drinking, or he might smoke this black and mild. Now it's like,
man, let me try.
Do I smoke the black? Yeah. Do I hit the bottle? Yeah. So it's like, just growing up like that, even though I did grow up in church my whole life.
Yeah, I was just going to ask that, bro. Like,
I grew up in church my whole life, and it's the biggest thing, like even me doing ministry, how instead of you loving me and teaching me how to be a man of God, you forced it on me. Yeah. So it's like anytime I did something, spare the rod, spoil the child. It was abuse, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it's like, when I got in these streets, I always wanted to be a part of something. That's when I found GD. So it's like, of course, they know dudes from the street, GD, they in the streets.
Yeah.
So me trying to, like, I'm telling you, bro, it used to be so crazy. I'm 17 years old, hooping. As soon as I get done hooping, I'm on the block selling drugs.
Yeah.
A lot of people knew, a lot of people didn't know.
Yeah.
But when I got in that court, it was all love. Like, you know.
Did moms know you was outside at all, or?
So moms died when I was 14.
Oh, so she wasn't even. So when she passed, where was y'all?
So when she passed, we kind of got like shuffled around by her kids.
Oh, okay.
And that's like kind of like, how can I explain this? It was like, first of all, I feel like they was jealous that she adopted us.
Yeah. So
when she died, it's like, oh, now we can handle them, how we rough, how we want them, like we don't want them to be over here. So I deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I graduated at 16. I was in college at 17.
Mm-hmm.
So even though I'm still living in a house, I used to lie and say I was like, I played for MATC.
Mm-hmm.
I lie and say I got tryouts or something, but I'm really in the hood. You know, it was crazy. It was crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's why. Do you think because like it just wasn't stable for you at home, I'm gonna go to the block, I'm gonna get with the guys this home? Was it that dynamic for you at that time, or you just, I need to get away, I need some bread? What was the?
So the thing was with me, I lived out there by the YMCA.
Yeah.
Now out there, like growing up in my house, we didn't, like I said, we were taught to be antisocial.
Yeah.
We didn't deal with society, none of that.
Yeah.
So when I go to it's crazy because I love the hood. Even though I lived in the suburbs, I love the hood because it's like I got freedom. I can see people.
Yeah.
So it's like, it wasn't the fact that I was trying to, because at that time, I was really hooping. I was scared to do anything then.
Yeah,
I'm like, they find out, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's really how my hops came.
Right, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that.
Because what I used to do was, I had a curfew at 17.
Okay.
So I stayed on 6 different County Line Road.
Yeah.
And they told, so like I said, my people off the trays on 35th and Monarchy, they said, you got to be back at 12. I rode the bike from 6 different county lines to 35th and Monarchy every day, back and forth.
That's some marathon type stuff, man. Yeah. So, and that's crazy, like, cause I remember you as a kid, bro. I just randomly seen you dunking.
Yeah.
I'm like, he make that look easy, bro. Yeah, so in terms of your game, bro, so I know sophomore year you say you was on JV, but the development of your game, just the skill set, bro. How did that just start to progress for you, bro? Because it got nasty, dog.
Bro, it's crazy. I'm trying to remember. So, like I said, by the time I got, let me see, a sophomore, junior year, I hit that 6'1", 6 feet mark.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm slapping backboard. I'm like, so my guy, Big Dave.
Yeah.
To Mesmer.
Yeah, shout out to Dave.
Shout out to Dave. That's my dog. They call us T-Mac and Vince Carter. I ain't go Jack, bro.
I can see that.
He was like, oh, bro, you tripping, bro. You all the way up there. You might as well dunk the ball.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I can't dunk. He was like, bro, you tripping. Now, piggyback off what I just said about riding the bike from 35th and Monarchy back to Brown Deer, back and forth. I did that on the GT Dyno bike. You remember them bikes?
Yeah.
The last time I rode the bike, bro, I rode it so much the handlebar broke, the metal, the wheel, bro. I'm like, all right. I'm like, man, I can't go to the hood no more. I'm still going to hoop at the Y.
Yeah.
Now, remind you, my foster brother, he worked from 10 in the morning to 10 at night. So we used to get there, he'd drop us off at 10 in the morning, come back at 10 at night. So what I used to do was, I used to hoop. I used to swim. You know, they closed the gym, but we still there.
Yeah.
Go to Wendy's, go to McDonald's, get something to eat. Bro, I cannot make this up, dude. One day I'm in there, I was like, man, I'm dunking today.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know who I was playing with, and I'll never forget it. I baptized a grown dude.
2 feet, 1 feet?
2. Bro, ball came off the rim, but somebody came down the court, laid it up. Ball came off like, I promise, bro, like this much off the tip of the rim.
Yeah.
Bro, all I know, I went upstairs, bro. All of this is over the rim. This is my first time catching a body. Dunked on dude.
Yeah.
Fell out the air. After that, it was on.
Bruh. And I need you to tell me how you was feeling at that time. And, bro, just go into some of them runs at the Brown Deer Y, man. Some of them runs there, man.
Man, you talking about when I dunked?
Yeah.
Bro, when I dunked, it was like this a miracle. Like, bro,
Yeah.
I looked at the rim, but you know, I always been a dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I did something, I played it off like I've been doing it.
Yeah.
So when I did it, I was like, yeah, you know, I had the T-Mac.
Yeah.
You know, everybody used to call me T-Mac.
Yeah.
Had my T-Mac jersey, my T-Mac shirt. I was like, it's the T-Macs. I'm looking at them, I'm like,
which ones you got on?
them black and blue ones.
The ones or the twos?
The T-Mac twos.
Classics.
They had just came up. Matter of fact, I got 2 pair. I got the crib. I tried to hoop in them. My basketball game must be different because they hurt my feet.
Yeah.
But bro, I had them, and I looked. I'm like, bro, I just really dunked, bro.
Yeah.
And bro, so you talking about some runs, and a lot of people don't know this, bro. Friday nights at the Y.
Cracking, bro.
Bro,
Cracking.
I don't think people understand, bro. It was like Rucker at the Y.
Yeah.
You had Riverside, all the top players in all the top high schools there, even college. But I remember James Wright used to come.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be packed wall to wall, bro. You lose once it's over.
Yeah, you ain't getting back on.
And bro, when I tell you, bro, I used to look forward to the runs because I was like, I was playing at my 11th grade year. I left Brown Deer and I'm going to this school called Academic Solutions.
Okay.
So that was the hood alternative school.
Yeah,
Everybody played.
Yeah.
But they didn't have a team, so we played Team NBA.
Okay.
So when I used to go to the Y, I'm like, you know, Team NBA used to crack in me run. I'm like, all right. But that's still, so I was really missing the city still.
Yeah.
Man, all of them would come up there. Man, I used to have some good runs against Ricky Franklin. What's dude name? The real Kern, my boy Kern from Bayview, my other boy Real from Bayview. You know, you remember Tall?
Oh yeah, man. He was on the show. Yeah.
He's playing Tuskegee.
Yeah. Shout out to Real.
Shout out to my boy Real. I'm talking about, bro. It used to be some Hoopers, Dave, Kimmins. Who else? I'm trying to think of some players like when I had to play them. My guy Darwin. You remember Darwin?
Yes. Little homie who bounce. I was thinking of that name before you got. I'm like, who was little buddy with the? Yeah.
Even ambidextrous, could shoot it with both hands.
Valid. Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else used to come through there and be nice. Like when I used to see him, I'm like, but it was a lot of older dudes that was older than me. Like this dude named Decoy, Juju. He looked like Darius Miles. You remember them? He had the braids. I don't want to do this to my guy Eddie. My guy Eddie, James Wright, little brother.
Yeah.
Bro, that was the first dude I baptized at the Y for. They throw the lob. Bro,
Yeah.
I'm not lying to you, bro. Eddie jumped with me.
Yeah.
This one I was like, Eddie, don't, bro, I got bounced. He's like, well, you can't. I'm like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, they threw like a lob. What's the bro name? Quentin Red. You remember Quentin?
I probably know him. I've seen him.
Sure, he always wear that big Adidas, wear Adidas everything.
I think I know. Yeah.
He come down the court, hit somebody with a ghost wrap, come like elbow.
Yeah.
Throw it down the middle, like, I'm talking about, bro, like, oh, it was over the square.
Yeah.
Bro. Eddie jumped with me, bro.
Yeah.
Got my witness. I jumped and cocked that boy in him like this. He fell out the air. Boom.
Yeah.
After that, it was a wrap. I was baptizing everybody at the Y.
That's crazy, bro. So, in terms of just going up, bro, was you more comfortable catching lives or just off the dribble, or what was it, bro? Or just I'm just getting it in anyhow?
I'm getting it anyhow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. When I used to get like I don't think people understand. Derrick Rose's cousin seen me playing like 15 years ago at the Y. And he was like, bro, you play like my cousin. His name Pootie, something he was calling him. I was like, who you talking about? He was like, you don't know who Derrick Rose is that played at Memphis? I said, no, he played like me. I'm older than him. Bro, when people understand, bro, I was fast like that.
Yeah.
I was quick like that. So I was asking somebody who was my comparisons. They told me I was John Morant, LaMelo Ball, and D Rose.
All of them.
And Melo all mixed together.
Yeah.
So, bro, like just going up there, bro, playing, bro, like, bro, I had some, bro. I could just go on and on and on, bro. Like, but like, just seeing it now, watching my son, I be trying to tell little dude, bro, like you good, bro. Boys.
And that's the thing, bro. Like, kids they go to the Y, but it ain't like how it used to be.
Yeah.
Like everybody from each school going to the Y, we hooping, man.
Yeah.
That ain't a thing no more, bro. So as we transition with your story, you said around 18, bro. Was it 18 you was at Marquette, right?
Yeah, so look, let me tell you about that.
Yeah.
This is what I'm telling you about impact and not having the right guidance, bro. So, you know, when I was 17, 18, the movie called How High came out.
Oh, yeah.
So, when I graduated at 17, but my foster family, they was like Marquette alumni graduates.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they was like, oh, man, you should try to go to Marquette. Matter of fact, just to piggyback off that story, they had took Hoop It Up Way when I was 18.
Mm-hmm.
They put it in Chicago. Bro, I went down there murdered.
Yeah.
D-Wade was there. He was, bro, killing.
Yeah.
D-Wade was like, you should try to go to Marquette. Mind you.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, cool. So I go to try to get, this one, Bruce Pearl Arnold was on me, bro.
Yeah.
So I went there to take the test. I didn't even smoke. Like, I didn't really smoke weed. Like, that wasn't my thing. But this particular day, I'm thinking I go there high. I'm with Pat. Messed up that. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Goofy. Parent like, cause she alumni.
Yeah.
It's almost like special privilege. So they went through this place called the EOP program.
Yeah.
Bro, I take the course, get in at Marquette.
Yeah.
What I want to do, stay on the block, hustle, instead of go to school.
Damn.
Messed up that opportunity. So my foster sister was like, oh no, you not gonna just sit here and not go to school.
Yeah.
You either go work, go to school, you go do something.
Yeah. So
I ended up enrolling in MATC.
Okay.
Playing at MATC, but before that, 17, my OG, RP to my pops who raised me, we used to go down to Memphis a lot.
Yeah.
So I go down to Memphis. I don't know, like just coming from Milwaukee, we had that different type of hardcoreness in my life. We could go to any hill. Like I used to go to Gary for the summer, just be in the trenches playing. That's just coming from Milwaukee, it's like that. So I go down this place called South Memphis, Gaston Park.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're familiar with that, but they have open runs, pros up there, big college. I'm over there killing.
Yeah.
This one scout was from the Memphis Grizzlies was there. He was like, me should try to try out for the Grizzlies. I'm like, for real? I said, what I got to do? He told me this, and this.
Yeah.
He was like, but if you don't make the team, you forfeit your college eligibility.
Yep, at that time, that's how that
went.
Yeah.
Me, I got scared. Like, no, I know I ain't know how to do plays like that good. So I was like, no, I'm straight.
Yeah.
So that's how I ended up going to MATC.
Okay.
That's how I messed up the Marquette opportunity.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this, bro. At what do you think that was your height when you went down there? Was at the prime of your game at that time?
When I went to where?
When you went to Memphis to play at that park, was you at your height in terms of ability? Was that the best Juan at that time?
Bro, that is hard, bro.
Because, bro, you getting the NBA look, that's different.
I feel like talent-wise, yes.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I had started reaching my peak.
Yeah.
But, like, on the playing organized look, no.
Yeah, I got you.
Because, like, I even kind of struggled a little bit when I went to MATC.
Mm-hmm.
Because they used to run so many plays, bro. It was crazy. Like, me not really lifting weights.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was always strong.
Yeah.
But, like, didn't know it changed. It was a lot, bro. But I definitely feel like, that's 18. I was like, I was nice then. I ain't gonna say, bro. I was nice.
Yeah. So you do the thing at MATC. Now, what's the move after MATC? Is it like, let me get a D1 look, or I'm cool on this? What was going on with you at that time, man?
So, that's what I be saying, bro. Like, choices. Like, got caught up with she my wife now. Got caught up with her, ended up having, getting her pregnant. Okay. 19.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wanted to go overseas.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I loved N1.
Yeah. Okay.
This where the N1 come in at. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'm like, man, you know what? I did college for a year. It ain't really what I think MATC back then, they a D1 JUCO now. Back then, they was like a D5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just felt like, me not being able to show adversity. Cause then the juniors and them they let them play more. I don't care how cold you was. This is how it was. They go play. So next thing you know, like I said, growing up from 16 to 18, I'll study N1 tapes. They used to call me hot pepper.
At the sauce.
Bro, I promise, bro, cause I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
So just to even piggyback off that, bro, I'm gonna tell you what really got me to the N1.
Yeah.
You might have been here this day, but people that was at the Y, they have vouched for this. This is a true story, bro.
Yeah.
You remember the Sham guy, right?
Yeah.
Bro, I promise you, bro, I'm at the Y. This day I was in one of the malls I couldn't miss. Handles was everything. Bro, dude come down the court, I come fast. You know, I'm talking about lightning. Come down court, I threw the ball like this, almost out of bounds. He went for it. I shammed it. Bam! His whole ankle snapped. Bro, I promise. They carried him out on the stretcher. Ambulance said they come and get him. I promise, bro. Cannot lie. So that's when I took that N1. I said, bro, I could play N1.
Yeah.
Cause I studied their moves when I played a video game. What was the N1 mixtape game? You remember that?
Yeah.
I studied that.
You taking it back now.
Yeah, bro. So it's like I'm studying that. I'm like, man, I could do that.
Yeah.
God forbid. G's Clipper. Shout out to G.
Yeah, shout out to G, man.
Man, listen, bro. I come there. They just happened to have the N1 tour bus pull up.
Where was the run at?
It was down there at the USL Arena outside.
Yeah.
Outside. So everybody know I'm cold with this rock now.
Yeah.
They pull up on the tour bus from the G's, helicopter, fit, all they top players get out.
Yeah.
I'm in there, got their chains. I'm like, all right, I'm cool.
Yeah.
They like, man, my boy Juan get down on any one of y'all. This they telling them.
Yeah.
They like, man, all right, we go see tomorrow. And God forbid, bro. What happened, bro? You know, I don't do a lot of talking.
Come on, man. Let him know, man.
God forbid.
Yeah. Let him know, man.
Man, listen, man. N1, bro, got picked up that day.
What's the feeling like, man?
Bro, the feeling.
They give you the jersey. They give you the okay, man. What's the feeling like?
You know, it's
man?
crazy because everybody probably remember these N1. I'm finna take you way back.
Yeah.
You remember the N1s that was like gray right here?
Yeah.
And they was white right here?
Yeah, for sure.
I played in them. Bro, when I tell you the feeling, even though, shout out to my boy D.O. with the hops. You remember D.O.?
Yeah.
You know, they was on him already the year before, so it kind of like was already like, I ain't gonna say political. It was, but D.O. deserved it. Bro, I got in there, and the whole hood was finna, I got into it with a Spider.
Okay, yeah.
We was finna fight at the game. The whole hood like, no, Juan, we ain't going.
Yeah.
Make a long story short, bro, just to experience that E40 shake my hand.
That's crazy, bro.
Like, bro, you tough, you cold.
Yeah.
I leave, I'm signing autographs. Like, it was like, oh, so this what this platform feel like. So then I'm like, you know what? I'm finna start taking this basketball serious again. Yeah. But they picked me up to play that day, but they ended up picking D.O.
Okay.
I respect it. You know, I give flowers as flowers do. He was here a couple years from me. That's cool.
Yeah.
So now it's like,
you got in the building though, bro.
Got in the building.
Yeah.
You know how I got in the building?
What's up?
I don't know if you remember Dewan. He's short, like 5'6". He's the 360 East Bay.
Yeah.
Me and him. Yeah. Bro, we go down there to open runs. D.O. did a simple dunk.
Yeah.
Give him a brace. I'm like, I see how this night's gonna be.
Right.
I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Bro, nobody would not pass us the ball. I said,
you know
bro.
How that go, bro.
I'm getting heated. I said, you know what, bro, it's over. God gave me a chance, bro.
Yeah.
He was like, you know what? We finna do something else. We finna try one more time. Because I could tell they got some game. It was funny. They was calling me Slim Thug. Because I had two braids at the goal. Yeah.
All the names.
All the names. I'm like, man, all right, whatever y'all say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bro, it start raining. I'll never forget it. We go in the USL Arena where they played the N1 game. This little Hispanic dude, he might have been Puerto Rican. He running down the court. I'm like, man, I got to get in here. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I got to get in this game, bro. He come down fast, the court full speed, super fast.
Yeah.
Ball bounce off the back. Now, you know the middle of the paint is, right?
Yeah.
If I had this hood DVD, I'll show you, bro.
Yeah.
It come off the rim. God, no, I'm not lying. I jumped over dude's head in the middle of the paint, dunked it. He in. That's how I got in.
Yeah. So what's the confidence like at that time, bro? To do that, get a jersey, bro, to play in that. What's the move after that? What's your feelings after that, man?
My feelings after that, because like I was up. My ceiling was like here. Like I said, I'm leaving. I'm going to the hood gas station. Like my guy just staying in Waco. Like I'm signing autograph. It's crazy. But at the same time, I'm like, dang, they picked up bro.
Yeah.
So now it's like, oh man, I'm gonna go do this. If I can't do the league or whatever, if I don't make it to the league, because later on down the line, like I said, you should probably talk about that later. I was like, I want to go do something overseas.
Yeah. Right
after that, son born.
And is this the junior?
Yup.
Okay.
When I turned 20, my son was born.
Yeah. What's the feelings now, man? Cause you're a father now. You got responsibilities, man. What's going through your head? And how is you weighing basketball, family? What was the balance right now?
I ain't gonna jack. I might sound like a sucker, but I'm a man of God, so I gotta keep it a buck. I'm like, man, I can't leave my you know what I'm saying, my girl. She just had a baby. Like I ain't want nobody, try to be my son pops.
No, that's real. That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like just coming from not having a family, I gotta beat her from my son. But not saying like later on the line I had another kid. See, this was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do overseas. So shout out to my boy Larry House.
Shout out to Larry.
Like another dude I looked up to at House, bro. Mm-hmm. He was like, Juan, I know this college. It's called Brown Mackey. You ever heard of Brown Mackey College?
I heard that one.
It's in Kansas. He played there before he went to Creighton.
Okay,
he was like, Juan, I'll get you in there. So the coach seen my footage. She like, oh no, we want you down here right now. I'm like, bro, I just had my son, bro. Yeah. I can't. So I turned down that opportunity.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of like around the time when In the Paint started cracking.
Yeah.
Pro League, NBA League, College League. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, I'm finna just get it in. Like, if I do decide to go, I'm gonna go do something maybe.
Yeah.
End up having another baby right after that. Back to back, boy, girl.
Spreading the seed, man.
Spreading the seed, bro.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, nah, I got 2 kids, bro. Then now I'm still in school, college, try to pursue a degree.
Yeah.
And bro, I ain't ashamed to say it. End up having another kid on my girl. We wasn't married at this time.
Okay.
Now this where the issue come in. That's what I'm trying to tell kids. You gotta pick and choose what you do with yourself.
Yeah,
because I end up wife, she was my girl at that time, but she wanted me to go overseas.
Yeah.
But then I ended up getting a baby by somebody else. Blocked it so I couldn't go overseas. She put me on child support.
Yeah. Let me ask, and I don't want to get in your business.
No, go ahead, bro. Let's get it popping. No, we good, bro. Whatever you want, we can do it.
What's the feeling right now, bro? You got a baby over here, baby over there. How did you and your lady, resolve that?
Bro, Bro, it's crazy, because she grew. I ain't gonna say she grew to like it, but she grew to the situation.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It took her a long time to get over that.
Yeah, for sure.
But like I said, I'm young. Like I said, bro, I was locked down until I was 18. So when I got 19, I ain't even got the date.
You live.
You want to play house?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, whatever. But it's I really, say what they say, sow my oats like that. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm sad it happened, but I'm glad my other son here. But it's that kind of and that goes back to God. God got a call in your life, and you step outside His will. Them the type of things that transpire.
Yeah.
So by me being because I'm telling you, I was on the right track where God changed my life, and I was messing with the girl first, and God got me out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Once He delivered me from the situation, I went back, ended up getting her pregnant.
Yeah. Had that warning.
Lust.
Leave it alone, man.
Couldn't leave it alone.
And at that time, bro, the street dynamic, was you still dabbling or you was out?
Oh man, no, I was in there. I was dabbling tough, because it's it got so bad. And you know what I'm saying? And I know I'm not the only one that did this, but I used to go to school just to get the money and flip it.
Yeah.
Then mess up. Super intelligent.
Yeah.
Ain't not coming from nothing. My foster family didn't give us nice clothes, shoes, nothing. So me not having money, I got that school money. I'm at questions, popping bottles. We out here bro, what you want to drink?
That name was so long, bro. Questions, man.
Questions, man. Bro. Having my way, you know what I'm saying? Getting money, and it's but I still was kind of in school. But once I got to doing me, I'm like, man, forget school.
Yeah.
Get on probation, have to take the little path to success course, pass that, get back in twice. Bro, it was just crazy, bro. But like I said, that money you know, the love of money will ruin all people. So that's what happened, bro. Like, I was in the streets full-fledged then.
Damn. Bro, at this time, dog, was it any male figure in your life who could tell you anything of substance?
And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, my pops who passed away, like, he was my real dad, but I feel like any man that raised you, like, you got to give him credit.
Yeah.
He taught me all the bad stuff.
Yeah.
He was like, you a pretty boy. He was like, get paid, stick your hand out, get you the money, grab a pack.
Yeah.
And it's like, and he supposed to be in the church.
Yeah.
So the person I did look up to was misguiding me.
Right.
Like, I didn't have nobody, bro. That's what I'm telling you, bro. And that's why I be on my kids so much, bro. Like, I wish I had a pops. I wish I had a mama. I ain't have none of that, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like the streets taught me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had, like, in the hood, like the gangsters, like, if you skip school, no, little folks, you got to go to school. You can't be here during the day.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, it was like I had to find my own way.
Yeah. And that's tough. And I mean, I salute you the fact that you got here, but it just make my heart sad because, like, I got 2 little ones, and every day I try to do what I do just to guide them, keep them on the right path. And it's like you just wish somebody hand was on you to be like, hey, bro, you got too much going on to be to that. Yeah, you get money, but it, you know what I'm saying, the money come in, the money gone. Bro. It ain't like you. So in terms of your journey, bro, so now you got the kids, you still, you know what I'm saying, active outside. You done at MATC, you know, you debating overseas, but then the baby happens and you can't go. Now what's the move now, bro?
The move now is, it's like, man, what I'm finna do, like, what I'm about to do. So it's like I end up leaving MATC, kind of got in the construction field. Okay. Like doing like flipping houses, doing roofing, drywall, plumbing, like that.
That's good though. You got a trade, learning something. I got a trade,
yeah, but I still was trying to hoop. But it's like now, it's like, man, the passion kind of leaving me because like now I'm instead of me hooping, I'm working all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like
that life starting to kick in.
Life starting to kick in. But like I said, I played in that. I don't know if you want to touch on that topic. You got a secret, but that Pulla Gente.
Yeah. Let me get into it. Yeah.
So I met my guy. He met me at the PAL Center. I don't know if you know Pierre. Little Pierre, super fast.
I probably know him if I seen him.
He used to hoop cold. Me and him, we was a 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
We at the PAL. We playing against. Matter of fact, we played against the White Mice and Big Juju.
Yeah, man. Shout out to him. I'm trying because my guy Chris brought up Pierre. So yeah, I probably know
Pierre was tough.
If I seen him. Yeah.
Bro, we playing against Juju and Dwight.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know they like a couple of years younger than
Legends
me.
Though.
Legend. Dwight cold, killer, Juju nice. We playing. You know, Juju get the run of this ball. I'm like, bro, stop. I was like, bro, you little niggas know. You little niggas know what up with me, bro.
Yeah.
So, bro, we hooping. My guy Pierre get fast, bro. Juju talking. I'm like, all right. Forget it, Juju. Now it's like we enemies on the court now.
Yeah.
Pierre come down court. He did a pass like this over his head. Like this through it. Bro. And I don't know if Juju remember this, but Pierre vouched for it.
Yeah.
He threw that mug up. I jumped and caught it. My feet was on Juju's shoulders. Bam. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it was getting real.
Yeah.
So my Mexican guy, Ace, you know Ace that train?
Yeah.
This on me, Ace, PAL Center, 24th and Burleigh. Pierre get the ball, bro. I cannot make this up, bro.
Yeah.
He went at full speed. He lost the ball. He threw the ball like this.
Yeah.
But it went like middle again. They ain't near free throw.
Here you come.
Bro. Yeah. All this was over the rim. Like all of this was over the top, the white square.
Yeah.
My boy Ace run over there. Hey, what's dude name? I'm like, they're like, his name Juan. He's like, he Puerto Rican. He's like, yeah, he Hispanic. Play the Pulla Gente. So the Pulla Gente is a big tournament that the Hispanic is. Pulla Gente is like for the people. That's what they mean in Spanish. So me, Ace. So this all the top Hispanics all over the Midwest or United States come and play in Racine.
Yeah. I'm
playing there. I don't know if you remember this dude named Freddie Goldstein.
Yeah. Pulaski. Yeah.
Killer.
Yeah.
Like I'm playing. I got my first year playing. I'm up here watching everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I run into Freddie. Thor hit me with a move like bam, bam.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang,
Yeah.
okay. Like I'm thinking it's Hispanic. I'm like, these niggas weak.
Yeah.
Freddie hit me with a bam, bam.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know how to get my get back.
Yeah,
It was on
yeah.
after that. But yeah, I played in that, and that I ended up getting. I got married in 2010. I started playing in 06. I got my first championship win, and I got MVP.
Oh, shout out.
Man, MVP, man. And it's like, God was trying to get me to go then, but it's like, it's God. You know, God see the bigger picture we don't see. So my guy, Jose Garcia, he was a coach at Carthage. You know who? You know who that is?
Yeah, yeah.
Jose Garcia played pro in professional basketball in Mexico too. Now this funny. All along, my foster mama told me I was Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Bro, I did an ancestry test, found out I'm Mexican. Had a flag on my neck and everything.
Yeah,
it was crazy,
like,
bro.
I was going. Are you Mexican and black?
I'm Mexican, black, Native American.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got
bro.
you. I got you.
So that happened. My guy was there, and Jose was there. Garcia, I had just won. He was like, man, I'm trying to get Juan to go play in Mexico with me, pro. My guy never told me. Missed that opportunity, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like playing in that. I end up doing the Portland Gente. So time go by. I just get to playing in all the top leagues, bro.
Yeah.
College league. I'm talking about killers. Billy Williams, Jose Winston, Deontay Tatum was nice too. First time ever playing, he nice.
Yeah.
Tobias. Oh my God, bro. That was one of the hardest dudes I ever had to guard.
Yeah.
Tobias. I'm talking about all the top players that played in the college league, Indian league.
Names right there.
Yeah, bro. I'm talking about killers, bro.
Yeah.
So like just to get to doing that, playing in that, and then 2012 came. I'm like, this time, my son, you know, he like 5, maybe 6 at that time. But I always got him with me. He watching Pops. You know what I'm saying? See me catching like one game, caught like 30 alleys just for him. He just watching me like. But I always knew he was gonna be a dunker. But yeah, anyway, we get to playing in that. So he watched me playing that. So my foster auntie passed away. I had to drive to Georgia. That was like a 30-hour drive. Went down there. Whole time I had the G League tryout in Chicago at Moody Bible College.
Yeah.
Man, so I go there, gonna send her off. I drive back. Mind you, I ain't stretched. I ain't did. You know, I wasn't no stretcher.
Yeah.
I just get up and go.
All natural, bro. Yeah.
By that time, me being married, I picked up maybe 15, 20 pounds. So now I'm like, now my max weight was like 170 when I was hooping, 175.
Yeah.
190, all right, good, but I was like 205, 200. Didn't stretch. Tryouts come. Never forget it. Bonzi Wells, all of them there. Derrick Rose had some dudes that was there. They was so cold, bro. They was like baby Derrick Roses.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. They doing them. I go in there and get to getting busy. I see Bonzi Wells down there at the court. I take off hard and punch. Bam! I felt some pull in my knee right here. I'm like, boss. I was like, this
you knew her right away.
But it's like, you know, us being hoopers, we always tweak stuff.
Yeah.
But I knew this feeling was like, it was different.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, you know what? Luckily, that was the last game. So I'm like, they was send us an email or post our number. It was something like that. I was like, damn, I know I ain't gonna make it. So I didn't get they didn't post my number, nothing like that. I'm like, all right, man, whatever. It wasn't meant. A month or two later, I happened to check my email.
Yeah.
What's the dude's name? His name was Joe something. Bro, the Clippers, Toronto Raptors, Atlanta Hawks, and the Phoenix Suns wanted me to come to a private workout in Bakersfield, California.
Come on, man.
Knee messed up. Can't do nothing.
Did you go to the doctor at all?
Nope. But I felt it. You know how like it's like I didn't have to have surgery. I had a torn meniscus in my knee. I felt it like it was like a big bubble here. I could just feel it moving.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't really a doctor person unless I really had it. I knew it was my knee.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to go through all that.
And the feeling ain't go away either.
No. And it's like I was just a firm believer. I'd rather heal up naturally than have surgery.
Yeah.
So I just left it alone.
Yeah.
So then that's when I started focusing on my son.
Yeah.
Yup.
Man, that's tough, man. We're going to take a quick break and transition to something else. Then we're going to get back to the journey with this guy, swaggy guy, man. Got the, you know what I'm saying, cherry 14s on. Got the 12s in the back. So in terms of your game, you had a swaggy game ooh and ah type guy.
Yeah.
So in terms of kicks, bro, what you throwing on to play your best game, man? What was your kick of choice back in the day, man?
I'm gonna tell you, Kobe Hirachis.
Oh yeah.
Hand down.
Yeah, I'm with
They
you.
was light.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I'm talking about the ones that came up to like right here.
Mm-hmm.
I had every pair.
Yeah.
I'm throwing them on. And T-Max.
Oh yeah.
Them my favorite too.
Yeah.
But then for some reason, I started going to like the Jordans, the ones that was in the suitcase. What's them, the 17, 18?
I think so. Yeah. After 14, he started to get like fancy with it. So yeah. Yeah. Which one do you think you had the best game in, bro?
The D-Rose ones.
Okay. I can't argue that.
Them bad boy, bro. They feel like you got socks on.
Yeah.
Them Derrick Rose ones. And then the CB94s, I used to get down to them too.
Oh yeah?
Cocaine whites.
Classics. I just got the black and the all black and purple and white ones, bro. That's crazy. You brought that up.
Yep.
So bro, in terms of your game, bro, so cause you played in the air, bro. Did you need like support on your feet or did you like light?
No.
You ain't need none of that.
I used to tell people like, boss, I stay in the air too much for me to even get my feet messed up. Bro, I'm not lying, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I used to stay in the air so much, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, cause it's like, bro, when I used to, people vouch for this. Wow, you only do the same move every time. I said, well, I'm gonna change it up and you can't stop it.
Right.
So once it was like the Red Sea open. Once I cross you, bam, bam.
Yeah.
It like everything open. It's just like, it's over after that. I ain't
Look
gonna
out,
lie,
my
bro.
guy. Dudes could see gum on your shoe if you got
Man, what? Matter of fact,
Yeah.
he gonna be mad. I'm gonna tell this story.
Oh yeah.
You know Mitchell Carter?
Yeah. Shout out to Big Bro.
Shout out to Big Mitch, man.
What you do to him?
I baptized him with my feet in his face.
Yeah.
At the White Brown Deer. I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
Baptized him, bro.
Yeah, he gonna
First
get mad.
7-footer I dunked on.
He gonna lie, I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
he gonna know he is, cause I seen him not too long ago at Upper Yard.
Yeah. Man, shout out to Mitch.
Shout out to Mitch, bro.
But yeah, man, like I said, for me, bruh, I was definitely a Mac guy. But like, I would say bronze, man, like the brown ones I was into. Even the low, what Iversons was those? Not them, because I hooped in them later.
I know which ones you talking
They
about.
low.
And they had them air bubbles all to the bottom.
Yeah,
them was nice.
Them was hard too, bruh.
Yeah. That was nice.
Yeah.
That's another pair. The Jordan 1s.
Oh, yeah.
The ones they look like bubbly, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Bro, I used to get down to them.
Yeah. Top hoop and shoe ever, what would you say, bruh?
Top hoop and shoe ever. Dude, that's hard, bro. Let me see. Like, if I had to be like, I need this shoe to hoop in.
You need a shoe for game 7. Which shoe?
At what age, though? Like, young or now?
Peak Juan.
T-Max.
I'm with you.
I'm going bananas.
I'm with you, bro. I can't argue, man.
I'm going bananas
I'm
in
with
them, bro.
you, bro. It had to be the codes for me. The Kobe 4s. Kobe 4 or 5 now. Yeah. Codes for me. But yeah, man, definitely Mac. You see I got Mac on the wall, man. But yeah. Mac was something different back in the day. And I feel like these young kids now don't know.
They don't.
They don't know,
They
man.
don't. And it's crazy. My son went to play for Power 5.
Yeah.
I never met T-Mac till I went there. His security was like, no, you can't come. I said, bro, I don't care what you talk. I got above shoulders. I got to shake bro in.
Yeah.
And I shook his hand.
He was cool.
Yeah, he
dude.
was cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mac, man. But in terms, we're going to get back to your journey, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You had a knee injury, man, and you had those looks, but unfortunately, it couldn't happen for you. So now you got to kind of step away from the game. Now, what's your thought process at this time?
So my thought process, it's like I got a son now. He getting older, so I'm starting to think about me when I was young.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I can't let my son make the same mistakes I made.
Right.
But I just knew my son was different, bro. Like, he was like 1. I bought this boy like these big dump trucks. I'm thinking he go play in them.
Yeah.
Bro, this boy putting his feet in the trunk, like in the back of the truck, like
Yeah.
legs spread doing push-ups. I'm like, oh yeah, little dude finna be different.
Yeah.
And so what I did was I said, I'm not gonna mess him up how people mess me up.
Yeah.
In an inner city vouch for this. I didn't put my son on the Rebels. I didn't put him on the Spartans. I put him with the Wisconsin Shooters.
Yep.
Why you think I did that?
Fundamentals, my guy. I'm already knowing.
Bro, I was a talk of the city. Man, why you got him out there with them? And guess who his coach was? Brad Bester.
Okay.
That's one of my son's best coaches he ever had.
Yeah.
Yep. And he taught him the game.
That's what's up.
And he told my son in 3rd grade, he was like, he said he reminded him of DG.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy DG.
Shout out to DG
Deontay
too,
Garrett,
man.
killer.
Brown Deer legend too, man, at the Y, man.
Killer,
yeah.
bro. And he was like, man, you got you one. And I put him in there. But at the same time, I threw him in the jungle because we stayed in West Lawn.
Yeah.
So he was at the Silver Spring Center getting down too. Had him in warning. Balanced it out. He learned to play the game. And that's how we went from there.
Yeah, that's dope, man. You gave him like a good mix of everything, man. Fundamentals, man. How to learn the game, how to process the game. Then toughness, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Playing at the Silver Spring Center and all, I get it, bro. So well done, my guy.
Appreciate it.
So in terms of just that, man, right now at this point in your life, man, you being a dad and you guiding your son. Now in terms of for your call with ministry, bro, when did that come into your life?
So, like I said before, no, I ain't said before. I had kind of told you like what I did.
Yeah.
But like, bro, I always been in ministry. Like, I had my first prophetic dream at 1 year old. I remember it.
Yeah.
The dream was I was swinging over this volcano on a swing, but I never fell in the fire.
Yeah.
So that let me know 2 or 3 years later I go to foster care.
Yeah.
So that basically was letting me know I was gonna go through hell, but I was gonna make it. But like when I really started, like, I don't know if you like people understand, like coming from a predominantly black church, my mom being the pastor, they believe in speaking in tongues, the Holy Ghost. That's where I grew up at. So I spoke in tongues, got the Holy Ghost when I was 16, and like I said, by me having my pops that raised me, not my real pops, but he taught me all the bad stuff.
Yeah.
So it kind of like pushed me out into the streets more because I'm done with church.
Yeah.
I don't want to do church no more because if this how it's gonna be and they believe in him, he teaching me the wrong stuff and I'm getting in trouble for it. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I said this what this gonna be. So I kind of like, it pushed me away. Now around that time, that's when I was still in college too. So it just pushed me for college and everything. And then next thing you know, from 20 to about 32, 33, 30, maybe I'll say 23 to like 35, bro. 10-year run was all nothing but hell for me, bro.
Yeah.
Outlaw biker club.
Yeah.
Messing with all these women. I'm married. Like, bro, just out here full-fledged, bro.
Yeah.
Biggest thing is God was teaching me, had me go through this stuff so I could help others overcome it.
Yeah.
So when you become a family man, you really begin to analyze things. You got to understand it's not about you no more.
Right.
It's about your kids. And go back to piggyback off what you said about, you said you being a great dad, raising your kids. The biggest thing I learned about that is, bro, we could teach our kids everything that's right and the right thing to do. At the end of the day, they got their own choice.
That's fact.
They own free will, and they go do what they want to do, and that don't make you or label you a bad parent. It's just, that's just a part of how the world go.
Yeah.
So like me, like I said, me going through all these traumas, and you know, I don't be scared to tell my story. Like tell bits and pieces, like being molested at 3, 4 years old, by a sibling, other people, and like me not being able to heal from these demons.
Yeah. It
carried through all the way through, like making me angry, quick temper. You know, my kids looking at me like I'm this mean monster, but I'm really not. I'm just trying to balance these battles that I try to fight on my own. I couldn't. So one day I had to be like 35. I was like, you know, people cheat. They got Facebook, fake pages, all that type of stuff. So I kind of stumbled across somebody that I grew up with, I worked with. He said he was a counselor or whatever.
Yeah.
So that kind of like was the beginning when I really started drawing close to God. And reaching out to him, you know, going to a couple of sessions, I see like it wasn't going nowhere.
Yeah.
But like by me being a prophet, God always deal with me in visions, dreams, and things of that nature. So one day, God had took me in this dream, and I was sitting like in a chair like this, and it actually was the floor like this, and there was a door that appeared, and my kids and my wife walked out, and I saw these words get to going all across the room like this. It's an anger, betrayal, like all the negative stuff.
Yeah.
Was affecting them for me, and I'm not knowing I'm intentionally doing it.
Yeah.
So that's how God, like, I really accepted that call and change, because I see I wasn't just hurting my own stuff, I was hurting them.
Yeah. Bro, when you accepted that call, in terms of your heart, bro, how did your heart change when you gave yourself to that lane instead of the women over here, the streets over here, what you want to do? So how did your heart change after that, bro?
So my heart change was, God changed my heart posture, because I always was a person growing up from the dynamics I came from. It was in survival mode.
Yeah. Like
anything I wanted to do that made me feel good, that's what I did.
Yeah.
So anybody know going into ministry, the first thing God deal with is the things that you struggle with the most to get you to where you want to be. So I struggle with the lust. I struggle with the anger. So, and I used to drink a lot. Yeah. Not like every day, but like when I drink, I drink.
Yeah.
So it's like that, like that's kind of like how God like just started like pushing me to like, then like I tell people like, how do you get to where you are now? You heard me now. I've said the word nigga.
Yeah.
Cause like you gotta have a fishing technique. Like if I came up here just bro, people not finna hear all that. They're gonna be like, man, this nigga stuck up.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, I tell people, they say, how you get like that? How you don't get mad? How you don't get upset? I said, this is an example, I take basketball. I said, just like I stayed in the gym 10 hours a day, I stay in my word. I stay praying. I stay fasting. So it's like I'm practicing living a lifestyle to be like this. So as you begin to do that, God begin to change your taste. Your taste gonna be different.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's how I got here. So like when God, and then I got it's not the boast or nothing. I got a pure heart.
Yeah.
Even out of like me, like even when I was in the streets, I took care of all my people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I make sure everybody's straight. Even if I didn't have it, I did it. So it's like, when you got a pure heart and you want to change, God love that. So that's how I got to where I was.
That's dope, man. And just hearing you talk, bro, it made me ask you the question: when you hooped, was it survival mode?
Every time.
That makes sense. When you going up, it's me or you.
It's every time, bro. And people know me. I used to be OC, like I'll dunk, I'll talk trash to you, like whatever you want to do. But like, yeah, bro, I gave him my all on that court, bro. But I just didn't see. People don't understand what love is. I could say I love basketball if I really love basketball for real, I would have did it.
Yeah.
I thought I loved it. I liked it.
Yeah.
I didn't love basketball. I just was talented. And you know my guy.
That's a good point.
You know Corn?
I probably know if I seen him.
They call him Cornelius. He used to coach back in the day.
Okay.
He used to always tell me this. Like, let's say I step away from basketball for 5 months. 2 or 3 games in, I'm back killing like I never left.
Yeah.
He said, Juan, if people had your talent and kept they work ethic, he said, Juan, you got a talent and you don't even, like, you just wasting it.
Yeah.
So just hearing that, and then it's like, when my brother passed away, we was at the club called Oasis. You know where Oasis is? Yeah. We in Oasis, and bro, it's gonna show you, like, you don't never know who watch you, bro. Like when you tell me you looked up to me, watch me hoop, bro, I would have never knew that, bro. My God, some dude come up to me, bro. They brought tears to my eyes almost. He like, Juan. He was like, bro, I always looked up to you, bro. He was like, man, I always want to be like, bro, when I tell you, I was drinking, so I'm emotional. I'm like, nigga, this ain't the time, bro. You be talking about, But when he said it, it's like, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's why your light always gotta shine, bro. Like I said, even when I was in the world, I had a good heart. So when he told me that, I'm like, wow. And then you tell me that, and a lot of other people. So now, that's what I do in ministry. I make sure people good. I got my own agency. I work with at-risk youth kids to give people a chance. Yeah. Just got a contract with Riot Penitentiary. I wrote my own curriculum.
Oh, man, salute.
To help the males in there, mentor them, because it start behind the walls, bro. Yeah. But like, if it's people coming in there, like I said, all handy dandy with the suit. Man, them dudes not gonna hear that. I go in there, I'm telling you, bro. I came in there, Jordans, some hooping shorts, a tee, glasses, car. They looking like, dang, how you get up in here? I'm like, yeah, bro, because like, I'm showing you if I can do it, you can do it. Yeah. So yeah, bro. So that's what pushed me, bro.
That's dope, man. And if I had to ask, man, just in terms of your ministry, bro, and where you just trying to take the calling that was put on your life, man, what's the plan? What's the goal, man? Where do you foresee yourself, man?
So I foresee myself, like I said, all glory go to God, and like my life is in His hands. So like He my spiritual GPS. Mm-hmm. But my biggest goal is to win plenty souls to Him.
Yeah.
That's my biggest goal, bro. Because there's so many people out here that's corrupt, that's supposed to be leaders and supposed to be showing humility and accountability. Yeah. They not doing it.
Yeah.
So you got so many people, like, I'm not going to church. I'm not going to do that. I might still keep doing this because it's just like the world.
Yeah.
So my biggest thing is to be the biggest example, a real example. One thing about when you come to church, real recognize real. So somebody from the streets come in that's real, they gonna know if you fake or not, bro.
Right.
So like me coming like when I did with Johnny BTV.
Yeah.
He was like, Juan, bro, you blew my mind. He's like, I always knew you was like that, but like he know I'm real. Yeah. So I'm not going to be telling you one thing and I'm doing something different.
Right.
So my thing is, if Jesus walked this world as a human specimen and was an example of a leader and didn't do what the world do, we could do it. Yeah. It's going to take practice.
Yeah.
But you could do it.
Try to do that, man. That's dope, man. And it's like just to see the transition to where you was and to where you going, man, and where you are now. That's dope, man. Another deep question for you, bro. If you had to talk to the hood, talk to your spots, your blocks, what you saying to the hood to get to convert them, man?
Bro, this funny you said that because, you know, GD, you know, shout out to some outer chairman, you know what it is, but even just off that, I just think about every time I used to get into a jam or something happened, we quick to say on the G. They just talk about any game on the 5, on the 4, whatever. But then I just got to thinking, bro. Like when we called on them type of things, nothing happened.
Yeah.
So I took that G and that D and I put the O in the middle.
Yeah.
And what they get? They give you God.
Yeah, you God, yeah.
Whew. But they ain't ready for that. So I said, we tried this, we tried that. And I tell people this, bro. People want things in life to be free.
Yeah.
All God asks you to do is to believe in Him, bro.
Yeah.
It's free. You can't even do that. So I tell them, bro, you done gave the devil your time. Why not try something different?
Mm-hmm.
But I know me going to the hood and like a lot of my niggas done see me like this. They was like, no, you know Chris Berry?
Yeah.
My dog. Shout out to my boy Chris Berry, another killer on the court.
Yeah.
I'll never forget this story, and I'm going to tell it. How many times I can tell it? We used to hoop at this gym called Maple Dale. You remember Maple Dale on Sundays?
Yeah.
So we hooping. Me and Chris get on the court. He's like, Juan, come on, let's go shred them. I'm like, cool. I said, I got to hurry up. I got to get ready for church. So by him hearing me say that, he's like, bro, this man ran off the court and ran in the locker room and came back laughing. He's like, Juan, you don't go to no church. So by me starting being that example, coming from where we come from, I know people are gonna respect it because they know I was real in the street. So they know if I'm talking about God, they know it's real.
Yeah.
So all I could do is be that light. And I know my people go listen because I do it now.
Yeah. That's real. And bro, just to operate in the streets, to be willing to do certain stuff and just have that certain mindset. How did you take that mindset, which was for bad, and flip it into being out in the forefront how you are now? How did you flip that? Because it take heart to be in the streets. Not the smartest heart, but it take heart to do certain stuff. So how was you able to put that energy into this lane?
Bro, it's like, how can I explain it? 9 times out of 10, however you were when you were in the streets and you come to ministry, you gonna be the same in ministry.
Yeah, I get that.
So you just take that. So so now I tell people, why would I be tough in the streets, then get on God's side and be soft? The devil, man.
Hey, that's gonna be a short, bro.
Man, what, man, the devil, man, he keep beating me up, making me.
Yeah.
But when you was in the streets, it was whatever. Yeah. Now you want to get over here and be soft? No.
Yeah.
So it's like, But it's like that's one thing I thank my foster mom about how she raised me because it was like even though they used to beat us and all that type of stuff, it taught me structure. It taught me order.
Yeah.
So it's like when I got in the street, like even when niggas move in the street, you gotta have structure, you gotta have order, you gotta have discipline. So it's like that stuff. And I tell people, whatever you are in the physical, that's what you gonna be in the spiritual. So I don't know if you're familiar with like they call that an apostolic ministry. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
You got the apostle, you got a prophet, pastor, teachers, and evangelists, right? So apostles and prophets, they build, they uproot, they plant. That's what they do. What was I in the physical? I was a construction worker. So what did that mean? I did demolition. I tear down, I build. It's the same thing I do in the spiritual.
Yeah, that's real.
See?
I dig it, bro. So my man went from getting bread to getting souls, man.
Facts. And it feel good,
I
bro.
could dig it, man. So as we wrapping up, man, I asked this question to everybody on the show, man, former ball players, just people, just in general, man. So prophetic Juan, dad Juan, you know what I'm saying, Pastor Juan, if you had to speak to Mesmer Juan, Brown Deer Juan, you know what I'm saying, GD Juan, young Juan, what you telling, what advice you giving your former self, man, your younger self?
I'll give him a Bible scripture.
Yeah.
You want to hear it?
Go ahead.
It get me through so much, bro.
Yeah.
This is a Bible scripture. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans for welfare and not for disaster, to give you a future and hope.
Yeah.
So with that, why I would give him that is because us as people frown down on people mishaps or the things they did in their past, and try to count them off, or count them out and write them off because of what they did. But it's not how you start; it's how you finish. Like the old people know me. Oh, your Juan was a lady man. He was a player. He was a gangbanger. He sold. That ain't the old me. That's the old me.
Yeah.
I'm a new me now. So I'll tell every Juan phase I went through. God had me go through all that stuff because He already knew the plans for my life.
Yeah. Paul was Saul at one point,
You already know, man. You already know, man.
Paul was Saul at one point,
For real.
And I just wanna say salute, bro.
I appreciate you,
just
man.
to hear the growth and just to hear the full story, man. It's beautiful to hear.
Man, appreciate you.
And just to know like your story ain't done yet, man. So some nostalgic questions, man. If I had to ask you, bro, top 3 hoopers on your list from the Brown Deer Y, who you going with, man? Top 3. We ain't trying to offend nobody. It's my man list, man. Top 3.
Dang, that's
you could put yourself in there too.
No, I ain't gonna put myself, but I would if I could. But I'm not. I'm gonna say, that's hard.
Dave got to be in there somewhere, bro.
Dave in there for sure. I'll say Dave. I'm gonna say Darwin.
Yeah, I can't argue.
And then my third one. It's somebody I'm.
Might as well throw DG in there.
Yup, DG.
I'll go with that. I mean, you'd be in there. I probably have to make Darwin my honorable mention.
Yeah.
But I say, damn, you and Dave a toss up, bro.
I know.
And I'm giving y'all the edge up because DG younger than y'all.
Yup. But I liked it. What's his name too, though? No, I take that back. I forgot about somebody else. Over Darwin, I'll put London. You remember London?
London Dunlow.
London, they had the brother. They used to hoop. They both went to Bayview.
Oh, no, that's a different London.
Bro,
I don't remember London.
London Cunningham.
Okay. He was nice.
Bro, killer.
Yeah.
Killer.
Yeah.
If I show you, you go, but I remember her. Bro, he was nice, bro. Yeah. Oh, no. I'm sorry. My fault. Marty. You remember Marty?
I would know him if I seen him.
Marty from West Lawn?
Yeah.
The one that ran at Brandon Jennings?
Yeah.
I gotta put Marty. Yeah, I gotta put Marty in there, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
That's
Marty.
I should have said 5.
Yeah, Marty. Yeah, Marty was.
Yeah.
Marty was nice.
Let me put you on the spot again, man. I got 1,000 on the table. No, we ain't gambling. We just playing for bragging rights. You and Dave, man. Who get that matchup? Prime you, prime Dave, man. Dave gonna see this too, man. Who get that matchup, man?
Bro, you know I'm going with me, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm going with me, bro. And the reason why I say that is because Dave, my boy, I salute Dave, but Dave was way bigger than me.
Yeah,
I was faster and quicker.
Yeah. I pay to see that, man.
Yeah, if I had to do that, I'm gonna go with me.
Yeah.
But if he was skinny, that'd be a good battle.
The thing with Dave was quick, but to be Dave's size,
he was. But like, you know what's crazy? Me and Dave never replayed 1-on-1.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Cause we always on the same team.
Yeah.
Or we did play against each other. We didn't go. Oh, what's the name was nice too. See, bro, you do that, bro. Q-Bar.
Oh yeah,
Q-Bar was nice at the Y too.
Yeah, shout out to Q-Bar. Shout out to Big Bro.
And then some cold Hoover. I forgot about like that. I forgot to bring up some Hoover that was cold to me. Omar from Washington.
Okay, yeah.
Mike T.
Yeah, shout out to Mike T, man.
And my boy Guerrero.
Yeah.
You remember Guerrero? He went to Masabi.
Okay.
He got Corey. It's a lot of cold hoopers, bro. Yeah. But at the Y, yeah, that's hard, bro.
I'm still going. You, Dave, DG. I'll put Derwin as my honorable mention, man.
Yeah, bro.
That dudes, I was consistently there. Now, I don't mean like one-off.
Yeah.
Another question, man. Prime Juan versus Junior. Who get that matchup? Who get that matchup, man? Cause he's still. Yeah,
he's 6'5".
Yeah.
I'm 6'3". I'm Calvin Rayford will vouch for this. Cause I asked him.
Yeah.
He said Wani more athletics. When I think about athleticism, I think about dunking. He said it's more than that. It's like you can get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
He was like, I had more dog than me to my son. That's a fact.
Yeah.
My son, see, he like to cheat. He like to do 3 dribbles. I don't play like that.
I don't either, bro.
Bro, it ain't no many dribbles. We gonna get to it. He said, you too strong. But like Prime, I'm going with me all day. I tell him all the time.
We're gonna have to have him on here, man. I'm like, no, Pop.
Matter of fact, hey, watch this.
You tripping, Pop?
Let me see. I'm gonna see what he gonna say. I'm gonna see if he pick up.
He don't know though, man.
He don't know, bro. He think it's sweet, bro. And like I told him, like, you know, Brian Gardner just told him, like, yo, dad, I had a 47 inch vertical. His 46.
I could vouch,
bro. Let me see if he pick up. He gonna be like, what up, sir? He gonna be like, no, Pops, you already know I'm putting belt. He probably not gonna answer.
Thing I don't like with 3 dribbles, bro, is like you cheating on defense. Yeah. You just counting the dribbles. You not really.
Yup.
I'd rather do 10 seconds than 3 dribbles.
And then he be doing these one dribbles like he a dribble like to me it's 3 or 4 dribbles. He be like, no, that was one dribble. Bro, I'm not hearing that, bro. Yeah, he ain't answer, but yeah, bro. He be. I be like, bro, man. What you? I don't know, like to ask you, like, what was some of the best stuff you seen me do?
I mean, I can tell you vividly, bro. But somehow I snuck in the runs. I don't know how I got picked, and I'm probably like 11. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? I get the ball. I throw you probably one of the worst passes ever. You down here with it, and I'm just looking like, yeah, I made that happen. But like, I think with me, with your game, bro, you wasn't just the athlete. Mm-hmm. So to have the combination of just shooting, dribbling, and bounce, because a lot of cats now, they just dunking. Yeah. Or they got, you know what I'm saying? It ain't both. So like, to see your game and know, and you was raw at the same time, which like didn't make sense. But like, I would say the combination of like hops in game, bro, for me. But I was watching all y'all, man. Yeah. And then, like, when I started to get older, you know what I'm saying, my game started to get to a certain, place. I'm like, man, I wonder if I could do something with with these dudes now, man. Because I ran into Dave when I was older at the Y. And that was kind of cool because we kind of, you know what I'm saying, it's evened out now. Yeah. So, like, that part was cool, man. But just with your son, and I wanted to tell you this, it's dope that you giving him a fair one. Yeah. Listening to your story and just hearing some of the things you went through. But the fact that, all your kids, but man, especially your son, you moved him out to Cali. You could have had him here playing for King.
Yep.
But you moved him out there. Now, buddy going D1 somewhere, man.
Yep,
So
I
just salute you for that, and just the man you are now, bro. So if you got any more shout outs, bro, anything you want to push with ministry, anybody you want to shout out, man, the family, whatever, bro, the floor is yours, bro, before we get up out of here, man.
Oh, man, I just want to say thank you for having me, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's always a privilege, man. But, like, shout out to my wife, my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace to my brother Ant and, man, my brother Marlo, man. You know, my brother Ant, rest in peace to him. My brother Justin, my brother Carlos, Eva.
Justin,
Buttons, like, you know, I got to give shout out to my family. And, yeah, bro, that's pretty much it. And I'm just saying, like, for the people that's, like, in the world, when it comes to ministry, bro, you don't gotta come to God perfect. He go turn everything around for you. Mm-hmm. So just come as you are, man. And that's all I gotta say, man. And it was a privilege. Then he, you know, y'all saw this. Now he go try to bring me out of retirement. I bought my shoes. Now, he might try to say it's too cold or windy. I don't know, but I still got it.
Hey, man, we show love to the OGs, man. We want to save his knees, man. So we gonna come up with another date. Well, we could do that, man.
Yeah, I saw was jumping rope on that before I got here, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Buddy came out of his car ready, man. I had the hey dudes. I'm like, hey, come on, get my shoes on. Oh, yeah, get my shoes on.
Yeah, man.
But dog, and you brought up Justin, bro, and we could talk about him for 2 seconds. Who taught Justin how to shoot? Cause Justin had a form, bro. It looked like he was sneezing when he shot. But was pure, bro.
He still can shoot like that.
Like pure. Like you see him, he made one. Like, oh, buddy just made one.
You know what's crazy? Justin's favorite player was Ray Allen.
He would tell me that when
but
he
didn't
youngest.
shoot like he shoot like Peja. He shoot like Peja Stojakovic.
Like Michael Red or something like that.
And it was Michael.
Yeah. Like just flinging it, but
I'm
like
talking about
money though, bro.
He can still shoot, bro.
Yeah.
Like and that was all him. Like I used to just pass from the ball. He just was a shooter.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, he had a flamethrower. I ain't gonna judge.
I'm gonna put you on the spot one more time, and we grown now. When we was little, Justin versus E, who get that matchup? I think E.
I think Eva, yo. Eva had taps.
Yeah, she
could shoot. Yeah, she'll get that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna judge. Cause Justin didn't really start getting dribbles. So he got like older.
Yeah.
But yeah, Eva had all. Yeah. Eva was cold. That's what I'm trying to say.
Shout out to her, man.
Shout out to sis, man.
Top
for
tier,
real.
man.
Yep, for sure.
But my brother, it has been a pleasure, man.
Yes,
we definitely got to bring you back, man. We got to get in the gym one of these days, too, man. Got to reminisce, man. But it's been a pleasure, man.
Yes, sir.
The
Appreciate
homie
you.
Prophetic Juan,
Yes,
Mark
sir.
Pace, his Cut Talk, man. We out.
Yes, sir.